Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is round one pocket action. We've got Chris Reinhold versus Mike Gulley. Looks like Mike got the break. So, winning the leg, maybe he won the flip. This is Chris Reinhold and Mike Gulley, and this is Somerfield Habener coming to you with Railbirds Productions. We said 2023 Derby City Classic. This is the coolest pool tournament on earth, I tell you what. I've had the good fortune of playing out here a few times, and there's nothing quite like it. Banks, one pocket, 9-ball, Bigfoot challenge. This table here is right by the Bigfoot, and man, it's pretty cool. So this is race to 3. Break, looking like he's going to kick break. This is an exciting one. When you stick this break, it can be really, really effective. Unfortunately, not getting the ball to the rail, so foul here, and also selling a dead straight shot to Chris. I guess he's got a little angle. I was going to say he might be fortunate enough to... Chris confirming that that's his pocket. Might be able to get back behind that 13. It looks like he's going to have to follow. Trying to get behind the 6. Ooh, does he get there? Just barely. This might be perfect, though, man. Hit this about Mach 10. He's going to open some stuff up here. Just wants to make sure he doesn't get stuck in the pack. That is so easy to have happen. I am terrible at straight pool, but man, I've done it enough to know that happens way more than I'd like it to. Not much doing with that combo, unless Chris sees something I don't. Jacking up. Like maybe just trying to push that 13 over there. Oh, playing the 14 off the 2. That's a really creative little shot there. Not really trying to make that ball, just get it close to his pocket, and still gets behind the 10. Looks like Mike's going to try and kick behind the 14. It's about as good as you can hope that shot to work out if you're hitting it on that side of the ball. Chris going to take his thin cut here. Chris, of course, one of the top American players. He is just a remarkable pool player, puts a lot of work into his game, shoots straight. Just a passionate player. It's looking good here. Yeah, a lot of people are going to try that 2 first there, and they're going to get themselves in trouble. Chris recognizing that, taking the 5 first, making sure to leave himself an angle, probably coming behind that 4 ball here. 4, 6, 8, 9. He needs 2. Oh, he's going to be bummed about that. You saw kind of slip off that foot rail. It just didn't quite grab enough. I think he's probably going to... Looks like he's going to take the 15. It's not going to turn quite enough for him, I don't think. Or does it? Wow, what a shot there for Chris Reinhold. Somebody's been playing bank pool. Excellent shot there, taking an 8-0 first game win. Thanks for tuning in here to the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is Railbirds Productions. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get another look at this bank here. Look at that pass. Barely missing the cue ball. Barely missing the 2. You can't hit that ball any better, and he did not have room on either side of that to miss. What an incredible shot. Looks like having a little trouble finding a ball here. 3, 6, 9. Like we said, get a chance, hit that like and subscribe button. Old Kevin and Sherry and Railbirds Productions are pumping out a ton of Derby City Classic videos. If you want to know every time they put one up, that's the way to do it. This tournament out in southern Indiana, right across the river from Louisville, and it is about as much fun as you can have playing pool. I love it. This was January of 2023, and this event was a ton of fun. This is the whole reason I go to Derby, is to play one pocket. I had played all 3. I think I'll probably just play 9-ball and banks in the future, play one pocket and banks in the future. But this is where you get to test your mettle. Playing on these brand new diamond tables. This really is Diamond's event. And they bring in these brand new 9-foot tables, brand new cloth on everything. It's just the best pool playing circumstances you can imagine. Looks like Mike kind of having fun playing with one of the best in the world here, Chris. Let's see how Chris chooses to break here. Looks like pretty standard. Catches a lot of that head ball and almost sells out that 7. But a pretty nasty break other than that. If you can see the high side of the 11, yeah, got a good chance to turn this around. If you can really thin off that 11 and get behind the 6, you can definitely make some stuff happen. He's looking at something different. Looks like he's thinking about the bank combo there. All right, gonna try and get under that 6 ball. Unfortunately, clips the 10 going in. Boy, and that could be costly. It's a pretty thin cut here, but I think Chris is up for the job. Yep, makes it. Makes the ball in the side pocket too, so it's important to remember that we'll spot one after his turn. Frozen on the rail. Playing the long 4 ball. It's a pretty confident shot to be taken right there. Ooh, not able to make it. All right, so we're going to spot one up. That's going to give Mike a pretty good look here. Nothing really doing after the 7, unless he can really work this ball around. Almost looks like you could do something. I kind of like kicking behind the 4 here and playing the 4, 6, 15, as long as you can really stick there and leave that ball in front of your hole. Looks like he's just going to play thin to play safe, and I really want to move those balls out of Chris's spot. Does a good job controlling it, though, and sticks him behind the 4. I think Chris is going to probably just kick at this ball. He's going to try and kick wide into the right side rail. Barely making contact with the right side of the 7. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, so hits that ball pretty full. Gets a hit. Doesn't sell out. Unfortunately, that isn't lined up anymore for Mike. Might still try it, though. I still like kicking under this 4 ball. If you can clip the bottom side of the 4 ball, you got a chance of knocking the 15 at your hole. Both the 4 and 6 clear. I think that's the shot here. Does it get there? Wow. All right, so worked out pretty well. He hit that ball a little more thin than I probably would have liked, but it worked out well. Looks like Chris is probably just going to make this 7 ball. Looking for an offensive opportunity, but doesn't want to get too greedy. Just going to masse make it. Ooh. Tries to get all the way under it, too. I don't think he sells it, though. That's a tough ball to cut in. I don't think Mike can really afford to take that chance. Although at some point in this game, you really got to decide if you got a chance to steal a victory, take it when you can get it, because you're not going to get a lot of chances against Chris. Controlled aggression, as the wisest around says. Mr. Tom Worth, I got a chance to interview him out at Derby City this year and talk about just a great mind for one pocket. It was a pretty great experience. And yeah, Mike Wright to take his time here. I kind of like banking the 6 ball back in my pocket and floating up towards that 4 ball. On the other hand, it's pretty tough to not sell a shot there. All right, gives it a whirl. Tree tops him. Puts something by his hole. That's a pretty effective shot. And Chris wasted no time. Yeah, it allows these players to open up a lot when there isn't the looming threat of somebody running 8 and out, you know? And man, he puts him right in that stack, protects the balls by his pocket. I don't even think Mike can see enough of that 3 ball to bank it. That's a rough roll for Mike. I kind of like doing the same thing back to Chris here and knocking the 8 up table and freezing him between the 214. Let's see what he likes. Yeah, I just don't think he can see enough of that 3 to do it. He really wants to bank it back over there. But yeah, just not enough of that ball. He could try kicking it, but you're going to sell the 1. Yeah, I don't like this. I think you're going to get yourself in trouble. All right. I guess didn't get a ball there. So Mike goes back to 0, but doesn't sell a direct shot to Chris. That was tough. He was in a spot. Let's see what Chris decides to do here. I don't think he's going to show hand bank this 9 ball back at the 1. Although Tony has taught us that's doable. Doesn't look makeable. And I think with the felt how it is right now, I don't know that it is makeable. Oh, he almost got under that 9 ball. That was dangerous. Luckily, he got under it and knocked it back up. 2 railer available here for Mike. And on this one, if you follow it up table, you probably get away with not selling the 1. Yep, just didn't catch quite enough. Pretty good outcome, though. I don't think Chris is going to like the cut on that 3 ball. Nor the 1. Okay, so he's going to play the backside of the 9 ball, try and get under the 15. It's it pretty dang good. Ooh, almost gets there. That sells a shot here for Mike. Yep, really want to make sure you make this ball. Really would love to stay on the left side of that 1 if at all possible as well. Drills it. Nice shot, Mike. All right, gets his ball back. With that 1 ball hanging, and nothing dead. I don't like going too offensive here. Looks like he's looking at the 10 off the 12. I like banking this 3 ball and passing with the cue ball. So a little high inside. Just got to make sure you come back across the table. Hits it pretty good. Good things can happen from there, I tell you. Look at that. Almost gets behind the 4. Might have even cut the window for the 1. Nice shot, Mike. So good play on that ball. Gets all the way on the right side of the table. Chris, unfortunately, got a pretty good line to just stop on the 15. Oh, it slipped away from him. All right, so slipped away. Scratches on that ball. Really effective shot, though. Moves the ball right by his pocket. Another one out. Good opportunity here for Mike to score a couple. This is one where you just got to buckle down and make this ball. Yep. I'm going to take a look at this bank before he shoots a 3. He wants to know exactly where he wants to be. I'm pretty sure that 15 passes the 1, but that's tight in there. You might try to bank the 15 into the 1. If you could, if there was more available, you just want to forget about those balls and run some balls, but not sure if he had that luxury. Yeah, this is tough. Hopefully he's got a window. Had the window, overcuts it, unfortunately sells that one ball. So steals a couple there from Chris, but you don't want to leave Chris wide open. That stack is not looking too positive for him right now, though. Yep. Gonna move some balls. Moves them. Definitely moves them to the wrong side of things, but it's more open than it was. Is he gonna try and get under and knock that 14? Just played dead in the 12. There you go. Nice read. Yeah, that was a well-controlled shot there for Chris. Mike just staring at that 14 ball. Wishes it had enough room to turn. 10 ball, sorry. Maybe trying to bank it up and clip the 11. Yeah, it's an easy way to sell a bank there. All right. Pretty easy bank here for Chris to get on top of the stack. Probably going for the 10 ball next. Goes all the way up there. Fires that bank. It's on the 5. Taking the 10 next. Doesn't want to be shooting over a ball here. All right, so 13 ball does go. Wow. Excellent shot. Unfortunate roll. Doesn't look like there's much you can do with that. We kick behind this 12. Knock the 2 over on his side. Nope, just play the 5 out. Yeah. Nice safe play. He just ran a few. Kind of want Mike to take a swing at this. Mike's got a potential 2-railer, but it's a pretty big 5 ball up there. Looking to protect his 212. Looks like he does so pretty well. Chris might have a window, but he's looking at shooting. Is that ball good? Beautiful bank. Yep, probably going to play this 15 and then try and get back behind the 8. No, he's going to take the 8 next. Probably trying to move those balls when he does. Ooh. Just playing speed there. Yep, and unfortunately overhits it a little bit. So Chris getting up to 5. Mike's at 3. And Mike's got a real shot here. You got to make this 8 ball. Speed is the key. Make this 8 ball so it sits in your hole, no matter what. You do not want to sell a return bank. There's nothing he can really do with the 212. It's a big blocker. Yep, try and bank this ball to sit right in your pocket and see if you can get that cue ball enough on the right side to protect the 8 ball. Just about like that. A little softer and you're quite a bit safer, but excellent attempt there. Chris going to kick underneath it. Good control. He doesn't mind the 8 ball sitting there. That just kind of jams up that whole area. It's getting pretty cluttery. That limits what Mike can do on that side of the table. At some point, balls on your side can end up working against you. Shuts down your bank lanes, gives you clutter, makes you look at combos instead of cuts. And it can definitely work out against you. No clear shot here. Why I don't like taking a foul. I think I heard someone say, don't take a foul. Yeah. Yeah, but it really isn't clear. There's a lot of bank opportunity here for Chris, so he doesn't want to sell anything. I kind of liked knocking the 12 up table and just freezing them on the 2. You can always just draw off one of those balls and come back to the foot rail. Back to the foot rail. Yeah, that's not easy. When you're in those spots, one of the things that I've heard Scott say several times is small strokes don't equate to big mistakes. Bigger strokes make bigger mistakes. And yeah, sometimes you just try to do too much when you could do something real simple that ends up costing you. So now Chris dead in on a ball. Looks like a pretty easy slide over for the 15 next. Yeah, he felt it. Winged it. All right, here we go. It worked out. Mike traps him, and he's looking at a few balls here for sure. The 8 ball is what you want to start with here. But you got a lot of distance on your hand, and you got to make sure you make this ball. You really got to get the moment out of your mind when you're shooting these balls and just do what your body knows how to do and make this ball. So taking the 8 ball first. Nice and easy. Don't have to overshoot this. All right, so clips the 12 going in, but also protects those balls. Chris is looking at banking. So sliding across that 15 ball. Doesn't. Ooh, I didn't think it was going to turn enough. He drilled it. All right, Chris needs 2. What a shot. He looks like he's going to try a clean out shot, but play tree topped over that ball. Okay, he is. He's just kicking underneath it. Yeah, that's a smart shot. Yeah, and this passer is there, but boy, he hits it really, really smooth. Just turned enough, catches the inside of that pocket. Excellent shot by Chris Reinhold. Didn't even take too much time on that one. That was well executed. Chris definitely free stroking here. All right, puts him back in that spot. He knows that treetop is a tough place to be. Chris looking at the bank on the 8. Also, all right, looking to move those balls. And does so. Wow, that could be costly, though. Didn't quite catch those 2 balls full enough. Mike with a good shot here. I think he's probably going to start with the 12 and lead up to the 2. Looks like he likes the 2. 2 gets you behind all those balls, that's for sure. There we go. And yeah, not a lot he has to worry about there, so he can get a free stroke. Mike getting to 4. Cut this 8 ball. Either want to take the 7 next or just stay across table. Good shot. Hangs it right in the pocket. That's sometimes the thing to do. I think Chris is going to have to give him this ball. The move for a lot of people in one pocket is to blast this ball off the table. That is against the rules here at Derby City Classic. Something they post up and something they always say at the player meeting, but as we see every year, not everybody attends the player meeting. Oh, yeah, and he's trying to make that ball as well as push it over to the side. Does a pretty good job. Isn't able to make it. Yeah, that kind of forces Mike's hand and makes him shoot this ball next. Z-Bank might be there. Oh, that's a bummer. Yep, all right. That's going to move him backwards 1. And Gotta like Chris to get a couple here. Chris is in the kitchen. 12 ball, then the 8. Makes that with no problem. All right, Mike Gulley conceding that game. I know it's something players are not supposed to do here. You're not supposed to do it. The only way it becomes an issue, though, is if a player calls you on it. And honestly, you got to be at a pretty low place when you're competing to want to call your opponent who's already conceding a game to you. I think the reason they do that rule is to make sure nobody's just trying to mess with somebody's rhythm, playing winner break 9 ball. Somebody concedes a game and you're kind of taking that opportunity away for them to just hit some balls around. Looks like Chris might be running to the restroom there. And again, this is Somerfield Habener here with Railbirds Productions here at the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is round 1 action. It's awesome to be here. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you're seeing, you like one pocket, 9-ball bank pool, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Kevin and Sherry with Railbirds Productions are going to let you know every time they put up something new. I'm not sure what the holdup is. Taking his time getting started. A lot of these players, especially early on, are players that are just really interested in having the opportunity to play some of these upper-level players. All right, plays that kick break again. Doesn't end up panning out for him. He doesn't sell out as much, but doesn't get to a rail. Chris playing an aggressive shot there, banking that ball back in. Gotta hope that goes in. All right. Well, that's a pretty effective shot. He's lucky that 8 went in, but banking that ball back into the stack, moving balls towards his side, 3 railing around to get behind the pack. And we're back even. 2-0 lead for Chris Reinhold. We're at 0-0 ball count. Looks like banking that 14 ball. This could go well for him. He clips the backside of that 5. Yeah. Playing the 7. Yeah, he needed to move those balls anyway. And that's a good shot for him. I think Mike's supposed to just play off the bottom side of the 7 here and get behind the 15. Definitely wants to protect that 10 ball. I'm not sure he did so. I think Chris has got to look at it. And this has got a chance. Yep, that 4 ball looked like it might go. A couple weird ones getting in his way again, though. Mike's got a kick here. Kick underneath the 4 ball. Works out pretty well. I don't think he sold a bank. He might be able to see that 13. Nah, I don't think so. I think Chris is probably looking at the 1 ball. It'd be nice for him to move the 5, 6, 4, 12 over there. He might not have the right side of the 1. Looks like Chris made a mistake there, tapping the cue ball. Being very honest and spotting up his coin. And I'm all too familiar with that move. Nice to know the pros do it too, but sorry it happened to him. That 13 ball does go for him, and that could open up the stack in a big way. Well, it looks like it could have gone as a bank for Chris too, because that missed that ball pretty wide. Yeah, I kind of like playing the bank here. You can bank this 8 ball right at the 13 and still get pretty safe. Or the 15. That's a vicious shot. Unfortunately, cluttering up his pocket a little more. That makes this kick really tough for Mike. He can't kick into that side rail and under the 15 without spinning that ball a lot. Fortunately for him, Chris has got a bunch of blocking balls in front of his pocket, and we can kind of see what we were talking about earlier with how that clutter can work against you. At 14-4 looks close to wired. I wouldn't really want to move these balls right now. Yeah, it just opens that up a bunch. All of a sudden, you could really be looking at an 8 and out here. Chris is probably going to try and play underneath the 10, over and back. He's just playing right through it. Yeah. He's feeling pretty confident. 4 back up to the 14. Bobbles that ball right in there. Using the whole pocket. 10 ball or 2 ball probably making contact with that 10. Yeah, that gets him on the back side of these balls, and that's definitely the smart way to play it. All right. 13 ball. I think back for the 10 next. Just hitting it all the way up there. Don't want to freeze on this 12. Whew. Gets good. Little jack up. Like it's nothing. We're 2 balls away. Oh, I'm sorry. 3 balls away. He did owe that one. And yeah, he's just freewheeling here. Sticks him on that 8 ball. That's a pretty fortunate roll for Chris. And Mike's in a spot here. He's ready to shoot, though. All right, just rolls into that 5 ball, knocking it into the rail. Not leaving a clear shot for Chris here. They're trading chalks. Yeah. If that 14 ball gets through there, this might be trouble. And it does. Oh, it doesn't quite slip in, though. This is a very makeable bank here for Mike. Yeah, that one. I like shooting the 14 ball here. I feel like I have a good chance of making the 14 and getting safe back there. He just plays in that window to keep safe on the 14. Really nice shot. Not sure if Chris can avoid the double kiss here. Nope, he's going to play the 10. Wow. That's going to be that. It looks like we've got a concession. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Reinhold getting through that first round. Mike Gulley dropping to the 1-loss side. This has been Somerfield Habener with Railbirds Productions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Got tons more Derby City action coming at you. 2023 Derby City Classic. Thanks so much.